Hello, I'm Darren McGee and welcome to my mental health information and awareness channel. Today's topic is going to be on flying monkeys. Now there's a lot can be covered in that. There's a lot you could talk about in the world of the flying monkey. So what I've decided to do is to break it into 3 different videos, okay? Today I'm going to be looking at the different types of flying monkey, how and why they behave the way they do. Next video, I'm going to be looking at how the narcissist goes about and why they go about recruiting these monkeys, these supporters. And in the last video, we're going to be looking at how to handle them. Now, if there's anything useful in this video, please subscribe to my channel for further updates on mental health topics. Please check out my other videos on various different mental health topics. So let's begin. Now, the term flying monkey comes from the 1939 Wizard of Oz movie. These are creepy looking little creatures, monkeys with little blue outfits and hats and so on. And they follow the Wicked Witch's bidding. They do her dirty work for her. They snatch Dorothy away, bringing her to the castle. Now, I don't think there's ever been a child who's ever seen those flying monkeys and not been frightened. And it is a pretty good description. But what would be a more accurate term? Well, first of all, let's look at what they do. They follow the narcissist's agenda. They collude. They believe the narcissist's version of events. They believe their performance. They are the narcissist's audience. And remember, the narcissist will always put on a great performance, a performance where they are either the hero or the victim. They are never the villain. So they're agents of the narcissist. They punish victims for the narcissist. They victim blame. So why is it so damaging to be on the wrong end of a flying monkey? Well, first of all, the victim's reputation is being destroyed. Their self-esteem is being targeted. And remember, when it comes to things like self-esteem, often it's not so much what I think of me, it's what I think others think of me. The victim is being shamed. More often than not, they're being shamed for leaving or seeing through the abuser's abuse. And although it's not uncommon for this to be happening during the relationship, it's a way of continually having the victim doubt themselves. It's known as triangulation. And the victim will often tie themselves up a notch, trying to set the record straight, tell it from their perspective. But remember, they are dealing with people who have an agenda. And some flying monkeys, we need to be honest, they love to see the distress as the victim gets frustrated and flustered because it reinforces the abuser's version of them being crazy. When there's more than one, when there's like a group, a gang, a couple, whatever, when they're all colluding together, say the abuser's family members or in a workplace setting, this is known as mobbing. Because look at it from the narcissist's perspective. Remember, they believe the more people they tell it's true. Even if they're telling lots of different versions to many different people, the more people hear it, the more true it is. And when somebody is on the wrong end of that mob, the victim is left feeling disempowered. They are being gaslit from all angles. So what kind of person becomes a flying monkey? What kind of person colludes with the abuse? What kind of person believes a story based on only one side? Believes the victim is in the wrong? Perpetuates that abuse? Well, first of all, there is the naive person. Now, naive in the sense that they may think they're helping. They can't understand why the victim would leave such a nice, caring person, why they would cause them so much pain. They are trying to help. The ex is concerned about you because you've started drinking. You may have been seen out having a pint with a friend or whatever, but that's been embellished that you've started drinking, They may be worried because you're on antidepressants, because that proves that you have mental health problems. Again, there's no concept at all of why someone may be taking antidepressants or whatever, because of how they've been treated or whatever. But they're trying to help. They're trying to rescue. They're trying to fix. The other type of naive person is maybe they're just the fawning type. They just believe whatever they're told. They just follow the leader. They believe, whoever shouts the loudest must be right. Whoever acts the most upset must be the most wounded. Next There is the toxic, malignant person. The sort of people who just love the distress. They love the drama. They love the gossip. They get a kick out of watching people in distress. They get a kick out of watching the victim get flustered, upset, trying to explain themselves. But they have no interest in hearing it. They just don't want to know. They are enjoying the drama. They, more often than not, they want something from the abuser. They want their friendship. They want their respect, whatever it is. They will spread rumors, they have been told. Sometimes even embellish them further. They get to feel special by making the abuser seem special. Or rather, there's times when they get to feel special and powerful by making someone else feel crap about themselves. Now, these are the sort of people that whenever the abuser turns on them, which inevitably they do, because narcissists can't hold that in forever. They turn on everybody eventually. And when they turn on that toxic kind of malignant flying monkey, they're left feeling, what's going on here? I thought we were on the same side. Then there's the invalidator, the ignorer. This is the person who can walk past the victim on the street, not even make eye contact, not answering them when they're spoken to, or answer a completely different question. They're very passive aggressive. They invalidate the victim, having them believe there's something wrong with them for hurting, or there's something wrong with them that they're not worth bothering with. They can talk in a very passive aggressive way, talking in the third person, even when the victim's in the room. Talk about them as if they're not even there. They behave as if they're above the victim. Then there's the cowardly type. Now, the cowardly type, there's different types. You have the one who just, it's anything for a quiet life. They often get recruited to stalk the victim, believing they're doing something useful, doing something helpful. They stalk the victim because the victim may have blocked their abuser on social media, may have blocked their phone number, so they gather information for them. Information the abuser is going to use at a later date. They will approach the victim, even if it's apologetically. They will approach them to try and reconcile, try to get the victim to give something to the abuser. Could you not? Have you not thought about? Have you seen what they're like? They have difficulty asserting themselves. They find it hard to say no. They have low self-esteem. They fear the wrath of the abuser. If that wrath gets turned on them instead of the other victim, that's what they're fearing. They worry they will get targeted. Then there's the codependent, the trauma bonded person. Again, there's a lot of fear here. This is the person who, when the narcissist, when they do or say, even if it's right in front of them, they do or say something, a joke with a jag, something hurtful, something controlling, to their victim. This is the person who will look at the floor apologetically, that they were only joking. Don't disagree with them. They might get hurt. They might die. They've been through a lot. They are constantly apologizing and trying to make up for the narcissist's behavior. Now, on one hand, they may feel the shame for that other person's behavior, for that abuser's behavior, but they also bask in their glory. They have been trained, they have been conditioned to serve the narcissist. They feel they need something, they believe they need something from the abuser. They fear not getting, they fear being rejected. They will often say things like, you might not hear this word for word, but they will, please give them what they want. Look at how I suffer when you don't. Then, lastly, there are those who just sit back and watch and do and say nothing. And what makes them serve the narcissist, what makes them a flying monkey is when you think about it, in recovery from an abusive relationship, it's not just the abuse we suffered. It's the pain they felt when someone sought, did and said nothing, did not validate, did not agree. They didn't have to take sides. All they had to do was say, yeah, that was a bit rough or whatever, but they refused to do that. They didn't want to get involved, even when it's blatantly obvious and it's right in front of them. What they're actually doing, by not acknowledging the effect of that behaviour, they're colluding. They're being a flying monkey. So that's the flying monkey, the person who colludes, that the type of person they are. So next time I'm going to be looking at how the abuser recruits these agents, why they recruit these agents.